helps if I put my face up here. One sec, guys. I'm a little slow moving tonight, but before I start the music, I'll have to start the music. Fuck it. Hi, kids. Raggle Fraggle. That's one way to say hello. You know, the days when I'm the most tired, the days when I think I have no strength left, be it just typical exhaustion from having done so much, or just things have taxed me emotionally. You know, today's not one of the emotionally taxing days, it's just I've done so much today. But I've pushed so hard today. There are a few things that I quote to myself that keep me going. One of them is one of my favorite, probably my second favorite poem for this reason. Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Helps I have my mirror out, doesn't it? Come here, mirror. Hi, Zero. Oh yeah, if you saw the title, if you hear explosions and popping, that's not gunfire, that's just idiots scaring my dogs. It's okay, babies, I'm here. You're right here with me. Nothing's gonna hurt you. Especially the very end of the poem. It's a very short poem, like 4 little stanzas. Whose woods these are, I think I know. Actually, before I get into it, I'm gonna stop the music. Boop. Okay. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And I'll turn the music back on. On stream, it sounds like someone knocking at the door. Yeah, no, it's popping and fireworks outside. But that last part, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. It just kind of reminds me that you got stuff to do. You have no time for rest. Get up. No matter what. Even when it's just being tired, or even if it's just I've had a bad day and I just want to quit everything and give up on life, on just the world in general. Actually, before we do this, I'm gonna do something else. Put that there for now, because I don't want to waste it. I don't have much of that left. It's a nice poem. It is. It's a very nice poem. Robert Frost is a pretty good poet. Pretty darn good one. I need more cotton balls. Actually, cotton pads. I have cotton pads around here somewhere. But that and the, you know, ever since I finished Doom Eternal, one of the ones that I've been using, saying to myself, whenever I need to push through something, whenever I need to keep pushing, to keep going, and when it's difficult, when it's not easy. What do you guys think it is?
I can only wonder.
Yeah. Say if somebody in chat figures it out. Tell me what it is. Use this napkin here and see if that works better than a cotton ball, because it's flatter. My favorite poem was In Flanders Fields by Lieutenant Colonel John McRae. I don't think I've heard that one. Ever since I finished Doom Eternal, like tonight, I'm sitting there doing yoga, and my yoga instructor decided, I'm not going to give y'all verbal commands. You already know what to do. You already know the flow. So go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna push through. I'm just gonna boom, 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 and she was just hammering it out. And then she didn't stop where we expected her to stop. She kept going and going. And that one girl on the other side of her was just like, fuck this, and just sat down. And the girl on the other side of me was trying to keep up, but was just desperately floundering. I was the only one who kept up with her. And I kept telling myself, 3 words. What are those 3 words, guys? Do you know? Jacob, what are those 3 words?
Until it's done.
Until it's done. I keep going until it's done. It's kind of my mantra tonight. It's kind of my mantra whenever I do yoga now. Is I push as hard as I can. Within reason. You know, there's definitely nights when I just don't have it in me to push and give my 110% everything to it. But when I can, especially like tonight, and I had that extra bit of steam, that extra bit of energy, even when I don't have the energy, but I still have things to do anyways, until it's done. If you were to dye your hair for stream, what color would it be? I will not dye my hair. That is a big nope for me. However, when I was younger, I did want either black or silver hair, so. Because of Laguana and Sephiroth, respectively. He was a Canadian battlefield medic in World War I. He wrote the poem to honor the fallen. Oh, that's nice. Excuse me. It does sound familiar. The name now does. I feel like it was made into a movie. I don't know. Feels like something they made into a movie. Well, I mean, they can't really make a poem into a movie, but you know what I mean. Oh, but like I said, that said, Zero, I will not dye my hair. I love my hair. That will never be a thing that I will ever offer up, because I love being a redhead, and I love being, I love my hair color, I love my hair texture. I'm not going to do anything to mess that up, so. Despite the fact that it's kind of shitty right now, and I can't find my brush. I'm lazy tonight, y'all. I've spent way too much steam on my yoga. I think I pushed a little too hard. But you don't break limits and boundaries by sitting on your ass and doing what you're comfortable with. You don't get better at something by sitting there just doing what you're capable of all the time and comfortable with all the time. You get better by reaching outside of what you're comfortable with and pushing yourself further. Challenging yourself. I fell on my face tonight, by the way.
You what?
Fell on my face at yoga.
Don't do that.
It happens more than you think, actually. Can't be afraid to do it, though. Because if you allow the fear of falling on your face to get in the way, you're going to prevent yourself from truly progressing and growing. Polly is going to be a little late. He had to run an errand, I think, beforehand. I'm gonna be so damn stiff tomorrow. May I post the poem here? Sure, you can post the link if you want to. I hope you're not gonna copy paste it into the chat, but you know.
Oh yeah. Please don't do that.
You can post the link if you want to. Why is that not on? I turned it on. Quite certain I did. Hi, Assassin. You did bring it up snacky snacks for everyone, right? Nope. I mean, unless y'all want Twizzlers. The limit heads are mine. You have ketchup chips. Starting to question your judgment, unless you mean chips as in like fries, in which case, okay, you're fine. Twizzlers, what happens when someone is thinking about cherries while they were melting down used plastic bags into strings? In Flanders Fields by Lieutenant Colonel John McRae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, hang on, pause this music, that mark our place, and in the sky, the lark still bravely, singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. I'm probably reading this in the wrong cadence, but take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from falling hands we throw the torch, to be yours to hold high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. They're uniquely Canadian. Yeah, I can bet that. Anywho, let me finish my makeup because Polly will be here soon, I think. If he's not already. Jacob. Remind me when we finish streaming to get up and immediately go wash my face.
Okay.
Say, hey Eve, I know you just got done streaming, but take your ass in there and wash your face before you fall asleep in your chair with your makeup on your face again.
Actually, I think I'd be better off just putting it in DMs.
Maybe.
Because they might not remember.
Boop boop. Boom. Knew it was coming. Oh, what's this message I have from Jacob? I don't know what it could be.
I don't know.
Who is that guy even?
I don't know. Sounds like an asshole.
No, a little bit. Oh. Oh. Somebody posted a sexy Jill cosplay in their server. I need to message somebody. Mark that message as spam and report it. I know, right? So I've been listening to a new book series because I found out that my Audible subscription from last year. Lion, if you're still in chat, you may remember a particular audiobook that we were encouraged to sign up for and get a free copy of on Audible. Well, turns out I didn't cancel my Audible subscription. Oops.
Well, shit.
Yep. I think I'd kept it intentionally at first and then completely forgot I had it. So I went to, I noticed it came out of my bank account or something because I was going over my stuff and I was like, oh, I need to cancel it. So I went in and found out I had 12 credits for audiobooks. So I just got the next 2 Dresden Files books that haven't come out yet. Just got audio versions of them pre-ordered. And then I went and got like 10 audiobooks. And then I canceled my subscription. I mean, they got paid. They don't give a shit. They got paid for my membership for a year, so. But one of the books that I got, and I just finished the first one today. It's called the Iron Druid series. And if you like Dresden Files, you'll like this series. It is about a 2,000-year-old druid who is immortal. And just a little bit more clever than everyone around him, you know what I'm saying? One of those type of guys. Kind of like Harry Dresden, just a little bit more clever than everyone else. And he's just paranoid enough to make sure that he stays a step ahead of everyone around him. So that when some crazy shit does go down, it's more likely to survive it because he doesn't take stupid risks. Instead, he takes risks that actually either A, mean something to him, or B, are much more calculated. And goes, yeah, I took a risk, but it was mitigated by these other 3 steps that I took and these other 3 precautions that I took, and, you know, less likely to make me end up dead.
Much likely to do the dead.
Much less likely to do the dead. He's called the Iron Druid because he has an amulet that he wears around his neck that alters his aura. And most of the Fae, all the Fae, I'm sorry, actually, and all of the, pretty much all deities, anybody who uses magic at all, can't use magic against him because of the cold iron in his aura. It's an amulet it took him 1,000 years at least to fashion, to fully research and figure out how it works and then make. It does a slew of other things, but there's a charm on it that allows him to store energy. There's another charm on it that allows him to channel energy into it, to gives him like what he calls fairy specs, where he can see through glamours and things like that. So he has a bunch of different abilities, just basically allows him to do things that would normally take him a lot more time and focus to do very quickly. But as long as he's wearing this amulet, he is either immune or takes severely diminished effects from magical abilities. For example, charms and things like that would normally sway lesser men. He definitely feels it, but he's able to resist it. Even if it's only a little bit, he's able to at least get that cognitive thought process going of something's amiss here. I mean, just in the first few chapters, it's very heavily centered around like a Celtic mythology. And I say mythology, there's still people who actually follow and worship that today. But it's very heavily centered around the old Celtic religions. I mean, he's a druid, so. And he's one of those things of like, you hear like names of like legendary gods and goddesses, and you didn't think that anybody would ever be able to casually say just like, oh yeah, I fought this person, or I slept with this person, you know, as quickly, as easily as you could say, you know, I slept with my, you know, the girl across the hall from me in college. He's sitting there, you know, has this one night stand, basically. Just actually not even a one night stand, like killing time for a couple of hours with the goddess of the hunt, the Celtic goddess of the hunt, Flittish. And it's like, well, we have to wait until night to go hunting this stuff. And she's like, so what you want to do in the meantime? And he goes, I'm gonna get laid. and I'm just like, my dude, really? That, and then like just earlier that day, the Morrigan, the goddess of pretty much death and magic and stuff, death, magic, change, you know, those all seem to kind of run together in most religions. The Morrigan just casually just appears in his shop, you know, as a crow, and when he insists that she change to human form, she refuses. And then, out of, I think, irritation with him, shifts to a human form to, like, scold him or something. And does so, she's just stark naked, and he goes, oh no, that's what it was. She was trying to prove to him that he was vulnerable. He's like, nothing they can throw at me will hurt me. And she's like, oh, really? And so she shifts to a human form and then just, like, walks up to him and just kind of runs her finger down his chest. And it's just like, if I can do that, think of what someone who's a lot more specialized in this kind of thing can do. You could easily just send a succubus. Hell, this guy who's trying to kill you could easily just recruit a human woman to seduce you and take the sword from you, you know, because he has this sword that he got in an ancient battle thousands of years ago, and ever since he's had this sword, the Celtic goddess, the Celtic god of love, who's actually a real asshole. What is his name? I forget his name. Angus Og. But Angus Og, Celtic god of love, which, by the way, is not such a loving guy. It's kind of a monster and an asshole. Is just like, give me the sword, and he's like, no. Especially since the Morrigan, who hates Angus, is just like, oh no, fuck this guy. If it pisses him off, I got your back. Like, seriously, no, you keep the sword. You take the sword. You keep the sword. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go out of my way to just kind of be slow to react if you should ever be in mortal danger, you know? I'm supposed to pick you up and cart you off to the afterlife, but I just don't feel like it, because having you on this planet makes him mad, and that just makes me happy. And I'm just like, it's great, because she doesn't say it in so many words, because it's really funny to watch the old ancient gods of old, you know, who haven't adapted to modern times for the most part, sit there and fuddle about, and when he makes like a modern reference to something, go, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? But he's got the protection of the Morrigan. He's got, which doesn't actually protect him from other deities, death deities. You know, it just means that it'll be a lot slower reaction, but other deities of death can still come for him. Just the Morrigan won't. Because apparently, you know, it's a universe where all the gods and goddesses that have ever existed in a pantheon of any kind are real. You know, including the Greek pantheon, including the Hindu pantheon, including, you know, Japanese, Chinese, even the Christian God. There's actually multiple versions of the Christian God because of everybody's multiple interpretations of him, with so many different diverse interpretations of him by different sects and stuff. So he exists in multiple forms. It's almost, I'm not exactly clear how the deities come into being. I think it has something to do with the belief itself. Sometimes based on an actual person who ascends to a level of godhood. From what a little I've been able to gather, they haven't really addressed how that happens in the book. But I've only read the first book, so I say read. I'll listen to the first book. But it's really good. It's really fucking good. Like I said, it starts out with, the god of love, who you stole that sword from 2,000 years ago, he wants it back now. He's got designs on it all of a sudden lately, and he wants it. And he's coming to kill you. Within the first chapter, he has a fight outside of his bookstore that he owns. Excuse me. 3 fairies using glamours attack him with spears, and he quickly shows them the error of their ways. I say 3, I think it was 4 or 5 actually. There's 5 of them. Jump in. My favorite part was that this is all in just the first chapter. He basically kills 3 of them just by making contact with them, because he has cold iron in his aura. And if you know anything about fairies, they don't react well to cold iron. It's like an acid to them. It's like silver to a werewolf. So, he kills 3 of them. And he sits there and is kind of interrogating the other 2. They're kind of hesitant to move against him because they just watched 3 of their buddies die. And he's sitting there just distracting them. And meanwhile, he sent this like mental signal out to something else. And while the fairies are sitting there running their mouths, and he finally gets one of them, pisses one of them off, and they slip up and tell who they're working for. They're working for Angus. He's just like, they're just like, you know what, we're just going to shut you up anyways. It's like, actually, you're not. It's like, oh, what do you mean? And meanwhile, he says that the iron bars on the window of his shop slowly start shifting into jaws. And then just reach out and just snatch both the fairies up. He'd sent a message out to an iron elemental who was like, hey bro, I got a snack for you if you want. Come get it. And so the iron elemental was just like, thanks for the grub, bro. It was just entertaining to watch. And then he has a dog. I was gonna say a talking dog. He's not really a talking dog because he has a mental connection with the dog, can talk to his dog. He has this gigantic Irish wolfhound. That he talks to. It's very entertaining, in my opinion, how casually he talks about and talks to some of these all-powerful gods. Maybe not so powerful after all. Psychic doggo, yeah. Well, it's mostly his power. It's not the dog's power. He did teach the dog how to talk, though. How to understand human thought. But I highly recommend the books, especially if you're like a fan of like Dresden Files or anything like that. It's got a lot of charm, a lot of wit and humor. His lawyer is a vampire. And then his daytime lawyer is a werewolf. So. which is absolutely hilarious. He messes with all different kinds of, like I said, it really touches on all kinds of religions and stuff, pantheons. So, anywho, as soon as Mr. Polydub shows up, we'll get started. But I really enjoyed the first book. I've already started the first chapter of the second one. So. I don't know what color I should do, kids. Let's do this one. So there's two regular lawyers then, yeah. Pretty much. It's funny because his lawyers both hate Thor. Hey, Chance. I find it infinitely amusing. It's kind of funny because the werewolf pack that the daytime lawyer belongs to also employs the vampire for nighttime stuff. The vampire is also a Viking, so he has kind of an arrangement with him where he's like, you know, you're my lawyer, but you can also be my sparring partner because you're one of the only people around that has the sword skills to actually keep me in shape. The vampire and the werewolves all hate Thor because he's pretty much a colossal dick. We haven't addressed what he did to the vampire yet. He did something to piss him off, make him want to kill him. But for the werewolves, he attacked their... Thor thought it would be good sport to just randomly attack their pack unprovoked one night in the woods. Killed several of their number. And they swear up and down it was unprovoked. It's like, we didn't do anything. We were minding our damn business. We were whatever. And then 2 lightning bolts come out of nowhere. Just killed 2 of our members. The first book is called Hounded. The second one's called Hexed. The third one is called Hammered, and I have a feeling for the third one that's when he's going to deal with Thor, but I haven't gotten there yet. So far, the second book has started out with the vampire going, look, I really need your help killing Thor. And he's like, no, it's a really dumb idea. I'm not just finna march into Asgard and murder Thor. Because if I do that, then all the other gods are going to go, well, fuck this shit. You know, I'm not dealing with this. You know, we're not letting you run around and just murder gods as you please. You know, we can't have that. It was one thing when he did it in self-defense. Or if he does it in self-defense, I should say. I don't know where my brush is. fix my hair real quick. Who's this Jacob character? I already made that joke. I haven't seen Mr. Dove yet.
Nope.
I don't know if he went to do his errand or if he's gonna come back or what. In the meantime, no you! I would start another game and chill playing that for a while, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to start like another game and then end up running. I know what I'll do. Hey, Izu. Did I show y'all the alternate banner that Kefki made for S&M?
Not that I'm aware of.
I can't use this one for Twitter, but she made an alternate Twitter banner. You ready for this? It's a little spicy.
Nice.
I like it. It's a little spicy. Yeah, oh my, indeed. There's my gradient. And here's the actual Twitter banner. So. I know, right? Love them both. Yeah, I know. You don't hear that?
I can definitely hear that.
It's okay though. Actually, I think I can let you out of the get out of the crate for a minute. I'm gonna come join me. Come on, Luce. You wanna come join me?
No.
You smell like sweaty dog. Imagine that. How would you end up smelling like a dog? I don't know. How would that happen?
I didn't tell you.
Say hello to the peoples. Belly rubs. Lucy's just staring down there in the crate and just like, nope, not coming out. It's okay, Lucy. Okay. Oh. Polly is running on Otter Time. R. You can go back in the crate. You're not gonna go running around my house and peeing everywhere. You can go back in the crate. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can come back up here. You better settle down. Hey, Morons is the 4th. Morons is the 4th on Saturday? Oh, Morons, the 4th is on Saturday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. They do it all year long around here. They'll do it for like... They've been doing it for the past couple weeks, kind of slowly. Well, wanted to play a game. But... settle down, Happy. Or get in the floor. That's okay, too. In here. Bet y'all heard that one. Well, is it? You okay? What should we do in the meantime, kids? Something lightweight that won't take up too much time. Let's do VR chat. You want to do VR chat? Go on VR chat.
Oh, Lord.
That'll go well. I would like sing or something to pass the time, but I can't do that on Twitch no more.
No.
I know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna play a casual game or something.
Oh, look at that. Killing Floor 2 actually finished updating for once.
What, it finished updated?
Killing Floor 2, because it took forever to actually finish. God, I haven't touched this game since October of last year.
Oof.
Oh, that's allowed.
I know Platy was wanting to get some people together to play it. Correction, I know she was wanting to play it with Mustafa.
Yeah, because Mustafa finally got it.
Oh.
But the Platypus is doing another Hat in Time stream at the moment.
I thought she beat it already.
She did, but there's some DLC stuff that she started last night. Or not last night, but a couple nights ago. And she's doing it some more.
That won't take long to install. I know what we can do. I can show y'all what all I have on my GOG account.
Your what account?
GOG. Good old games. Make fun of Polly. I don't know. I'm expecting some here tomorrow as we celebrate Canada's 153rd birthday. Nice. Is that the day that y'all were first founded? Or the day that England came to y'all and was like, look, we can't afford to feed you anymore. Move out. I don't have a lot on GOG. But I have Arcanum. I really want to do a stream of this one day. I don't know how long that'll take to get through, but I know a really broken ass way to go through the game. You basically you take a specialization in necromancy, and there are one of the first level spell you get is called Harm. Well, early on it's not very strong. It's not a very strong spell. It just does damage. It just hurts the enemy. Straight damage. The thing about it is there's no cooldown, so you can spam it as fast as you want. So you just sit there and go. Just go. You can kill a boss like that. Just spam it. And as you get level up more and you get more mana, you just enemies die. Doesn't work so well on some of like the really late game bosses, but for about 75% of the game that works. It's just a cheap ass way to just go, fuck you, you know. But if I played through it, I would probably go a mechanical route. That's definitely one of the ones I want to stream on a Sunday. However, one of the ones I currently have queued up for Sunday is Fallout. The original. This game, I have so many good memories of this game. If you were in a fair fight, you were wrong. It's funny you should say that, Assassin, because the book I was just listening to, he pretty much says much the same thing, and he's like, you know, he's like, is this dirty? Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Do I care? No, because I'm still alive. You want to debate honor? We can do so. We can see which one of us is still, you know, left alive after that. It says, I don't really much care about how honorable I am as long as I'm still alive when everything's said and done. So, and I'm like, that's a fair point. But this is the game that spawned it all, kids. The original Fallout. You can become an absolute monster with small guns and a sniper rifle in this game. You can one-shot pretty much everybody. There's some fun to be had with the bigger guns, but just take small guns and get the sniper rifle and max it out, and you'll one-shot pretty much everything. But yeah. I have all three Gabriel Knight games. I have The Secret of Monkey Island, Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge, and I don't have Monkey Island 3 yet. I didn't get Monkey Island 3 yet. I have Ultima Underworld 1 and 2. I would love to do a playthrough of one of these, but I just don't know that I can stomach the old-ass controls anymore. Like, look at these screenshots, how tiny they are. I can't even zoom them in. Oh, there we go. It's just, it's...
I don't think I'm a fan.
It was fun back in the day, and I won't lie, for what it is and when it came out, it was incredible.
Hey, Quiz.
Hey, Quiz. The sniper perk is ridiculous. It requires high perception and agility. I know, but once you get it in the original Fallout, it's just everything's a cakewalk. You can just one-shot pretty much everybody. But for what it was, this game was pretty darn interesting. There was a lot of exploration, a lot of trial and error, a lot of things you could just flat out break in the game and just wouldn't work anymore, or stuff that you could break in your favor. I actually managed to beat it once a long time ago. I don't know that I could manage to do it again because I don't think I have the patience to trudge through those mechanics from ancient days of yore, you know what I mean? So... But, it was a really interesting game and a fantastic concept for what it was at the time. Definitely a relic of the past. Oh yeah, everyone's dead in one shot, yeah. July 1st, 1867 is the day we became a constitutional monarchy. We were officially recognized by the UK as an independent country on July 1st, 1982. Gabriel Knight is one of my favorite games, by the way. I know, and I would love to start playing it if Mr. Polyneb would show up. We actually played it at your suggestion. Quiz. It was your suggestion to Polly that caused me to go out and get it, so. And say, okay, we're gonna play this. Hi, Travis. How's it going? Oh, I do have Curse of Monkey Island. This was my first Monkey Island. In all of its glory, so.
Oh, God.
Just the cartoonish graphics and stuff. I had to go back and play the others after the fact. And they're well worth it. All of them are fantastic games, but this was my first Monkey Island game, and I don't know if I would. You know, as quickly as I could beat these, I'd probably do these in a quick series, all 3 of them. Because I would beat them pretty quickly. Just remembering some of the puzzles and stuff, I would just go, oh yeah, that's how you do this one, you know. They were funny as fuck. You fight like a dairy farmer. Yeah, well, you fight like a cow. I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle. Maybe that'll teach you to stop picking your nose. Insult sword fighting is the best. It's the only way to fight. Did Polly explain to you how you can stream so he can see the game in real time and you can broadcast Twitch and YouTube with a delay? Well, see, I did figure out what I had to do. I had to go in and manually tell Discord, this is what I'm playing. So it actually picked up on Gabriel Knight, because for some reason when I would start streaming it to YouTube, or YouTube and Twitch, it wouldn't let me do it to Discord, and it's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't see that game. And I'm like, it's there though, I'm playing it, I just had you up there a second ago. And even still, I have bugs with it, so I don't know what's exactly is going on, why it will bug sometimes, but it may have something to do with the DOS box or something that's being piped through. Did Polly explain to you? Oh, yeah, I've already read that part. I was going to the next part. I have had a migraine all day. I'm sorry, Travis. That's no fun. In the constellation, I've had a backache and a headache all day because they're making us wear masks now at work, and that, coupled with my ponytail, just is making my head hurt all day long. I'm going to start my day out tomorrow with some Tylenol. Speaking of Polly, where is he? It's been an hour now. I know he said he was running to the store real quick because he had an errand to run, but I wouldn't have started so soon if I had known he was going to be so long. We need Murray the Talking Pirate Skull, you know, because, you know, you look great with a candle next to your head. I get a feeling you're not taking me very seriously. Or, sorry, you look great with a candle on your head. I get the feeling you're not taking me very seriously. Yeah. No, that's so very true. And I have Myst. Myst was an interesting one from my childhood, too. I have Elder Scrolls Arena, Elder Scrolls Chapter 2, Daggerfall. I don't know what the fuck this one is. This must be one of the ones I got for free. I got Beneath the Steel Sky, and this one is an interesting point-and-click adventure game. Kind of dystopian cyberpunk world. I thought it was an interesting story, and these screenshots are too damn small. So, I may just end up playing that one again on my own. I can show you how to work it. I mean, if you want to hop in here and voice chat and see if there's something maybe I'm doing wrong, because sometimes it'll work and it'll register, and sometimes it won't. Like I did it before. I tested it last week. I was like, okay, test it before the stream. It works. Then I tried it after. Or I tried it where we were about to go live, and it stopped working, and I'm like, okay, why? I don't know why you're not working. I never played 2. I think this came as a package deal because I wanted to rebuy 1, but I never played 2. But yeah. Oh, let me turn that off. Okay, everybody chant Polydub's name and we'll see if he shows up. I love Full Throttle. Yeah, I have that one too. That might be one of the ones I end up trying to go through with Polly because I've never played it. I've heard good things about it. I know Mark Hamill does the voice of the villain, so that's interesting. So yeah, it's one of the ones I'm definitely interested in going back and playing because I never did. My buddy swears by it, so. All right, kids. It has been an hour since we started the stream. I'm gonna give Mr. Dub another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna play something else. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. What do we want to play, guys? You want to play DVD? Oh, I know what we'll play. Snow will get a little upset, but it'll be okay.
Oh boy.
He'll be upset because he missed it. Yeah. Let's see. I'll repurpose the StarCraft one.
Oh, look, it's finally here.
Hello.
Boy, you got here just in time. I was about to be like, you know what? Fuck it, Polly's not coming.
Boy.
You're lucky. You're really lucky.
I'm a lucky man. Yeah, that's
You really are.
generally how things turn out for me. Yeah, well.
Handsome devil.
Oh, yeah. What?
I need to close this game. I'm starting now. Okay.
So you're already live?
Yeah, I've been live for an hour.
I've been for an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just about to ask you what was with all them DMs about the JQ. I'll hold off.
Oh, Jesus.
What? Gentleman's quarter.
That's not how you
Gentlemen.
spell gentleman.
Gentlemen,
Pretty sure
gentlemen's
that's not-
spelled with a J.
Gentleman spelled with a J?
What
It's
the
fine.
fuck it is. Alright, Quizzles, how do I do this? How am I doing this wrong? Because what I've been doing is I had to go in and manually tell Steam what the game was.
Steam.
Not Steam, sorry, Discord. I had to tell Discord what the game was. I'm running it from
Okay.
my GOG thing. I don't know if that makes a difference.
No, it doesn't. So what you do is when you go into OBS, you don't use a game capture. You just go with a window capture. Because it doesn't matter about the sound is coming in through your desktop audio on OBS. So regardless of all of the things that are going on the game, all you're really capturing is the window because you're going to hear the sound no matter what. So that's not the issue. The issue is then Discord, and I'm not sure if the integration with OBS and Discord, like if there's something, you know, wires crossed about, you know, streaming a game on Discord versus streaming a game on OBS. I'm sure that there probably is. So when that comes down, you know how to stream the game on Discord, right?
Yeah, just hit the button.
Yeah, you do that with Discord, but
So-
then window capture on OBS.
Just do a window capture.
Obviously, you got to pull the game up first and have it actually running. Then you can window capture. It works best if you've got multiple screens, because that way you can have OBS on one screen, so you can see, you know, placement and orientation of the window, and then the second screen with the actual game.
I see.
And yeah, I threw my recommendation in there. Vampire. It's only $17 on Steam, and it's a fantastic game. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Well, the problem is I can't even spend the 15 on A Hat in Time
Yeah.
that Jacob's
sad
been suggesting, so
Me and Platty.
yeah. Let's see. Fit to screen. All right, let's see if this will work.
You've been streaming for an hour.
Yeah,
Because we thought you were gonna be back sooner.
because when I started messaging you it was an hour ago.
Well,
See, it's all your
apparently we
fault,
had some-
Holly.
Now I look like I'm running late, and there's just like, what the fuck? You
Well,
said
like
you
I
wanna-
said, you were like I was thinking of going 90 minutes or so in the stream, and I was like, okay, well, you're gonna come over then, either or, just let me know. I never heard back from you, so I figured you
said
went. I figured you went and
must-
ran your errands and did your thing because you had a timeline on that, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
Oh, well, I did.
Yeah.
Go run my errands because you said go do it, and I was like, yeah, all right.
Well, I didn't know you were
But,
gonna
like-
be gone an hour.
Well, the COVID is still real. You should have seen the line at the pharmacy, man. Holy fuck.
Remove. Yes, we'll remove the game capture then. For it. Rename.
While you're doing that, you want to hear a quick little side story?
Sure.
You know the problems that I've been having with I told you streams buffering constantly when it's a stream that has a chat, and if I make chat go away, like hide chat, the buffering problem isn't there, and it's a new thing, and it started at the same time that YouTube started giving that pop up when I would go to Creator Studio. They would say like, oh, we recognize you're not using one of our approved browsers. Why don't you use one of our approved browsers? You know what I mean? It was a similar thing. So I decided to load into proper Firefox instead of WaterFox, what I usually use. Yeah, not only are all the problems gone, but I can viewing streams functions perfectly. Chat is now flowing perfectly. When I type, it instantly, it fucking appears. It's like, so YouTube really is throttling the fuck out of non-approved browsers
Mm-hmm.
to make it so frustrating that you won't use them.
Oh my god, no! You use the proper pronunciation and it hurts me inside.
I will pronounce words any way that I feel is a good
Polydub, can you see that?
Discord.
Stream pause.
Yeah, no, hang on a sec. I tabbed away. I'm trying to get it. Switched over on here,
It
and
was.
then I
It
can
was.
bring it back up.
Nice background.
You can see my background? You shouldn't be able to see my background.
Some
Very
nice
briefly.
Jessica Negri in a.
That wasn't Jessica Negri.
Oh, was it?
Nope.
Can I stop using bad words?
Was that? You salad dressing man.
So it's. Oh wait, hang on. Like I said, you shouldn't be able to see anything on OBS. There, that's my problem.
But yes, I can see and hear everything. It's just
Okay, cool. So it
Yeah.
did fix my problem.
And wait, hold on, because I'm getting a black screen on the stream.
It'll fix itself because the OBS is fine now. I'm seeing it on OBS. You guys seen it on Twitch? Hi, Geods.
Yep.
Okay, kids, we're getting right back into it. We're going into
Okay,
our what?
Oh, there it is.
gameplay. Well, let me ask you a real quick question. If I add somebody in the YouTube restream, do they see it over on Twitch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. All right, just double checking.
Twitch is good. Says
Don't,
Assassin's Cool.
Jacob, don't take that attitude.
What?
Yes.
Where
I
we-
heard the way you
Yes.
said that.
Where do we want to go, Mr. Polydub? I think the last thing we did was we left Miss Moonbeam's residence.
Don't be an elitist.
I literally just said yes.
I will only chime in if you are stuck on anything.
Please do, because we spent the entire first stream stuck on the first day. And I had to go look up how to get progress. The fucking mime was stupid.
Yeah.
That made me mad. And then Polly apparently went and looked up the second one. I kind of figured out the second one. I just missed a couple of things, a couple of details. But Polly went like, it's like, okay, we're never gonna figure this one out either, Eve. So, you know, I was
Well,
like,
come
oh,
on.
we kind of
You
did.
got to turn the thermostat up so the detective gets hot, takes his jacket off, leaves when you ask for coffee, and then you go steal his badge from his jacket to be able to get into the old lady's house? Fuck me.
Well, it was to get into the crime scene.
No, it wasn't.
Wait.
To get into what's her name's house.
Don't be that guy, Quiz. And she wasn't even the old lady. That's what you should have corrected me on. She was young and hot, actually.
Oh.
Miss Getty's house. Miss Getty's
Oh, Miss
house.
Getty. It's Miss Getty. Okay, yeah. No,
Miss
I was gonna say,
Are we on a new-
it was getting wires crossed here. I thought you meant the old lady who goes into the Dixieland drugstore. Because that you need to dress up like a priest.
Oh, we haven't even gotten
Hold
well,
on.
Spoilers! Spoilers!
Oh,
Holy
Okay,
shit!
never mind. sorry.
Make it a Dixieland drugstore. Let's go back and
Oh.
talk to our old friend.
You need to.
Oh, there she
shit,
is.
It's the old lady.
See, that's who I thought you were
Oh,
talking
look, it's Happy.
Wow. Well, first time we're
Bonjour,
seeing her.
Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casino. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
There's a lot of burying in their steps
don't
when they
that
do.
beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well,
Tell
Mr.
you
Walker.
for sure.
Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust. Right here if you want 'em.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither. Now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You should get Stick, Sex, and Hammer to write all this down, edit it, and sell it on Amazon.
Have
is
you
that the
always
trick?
lived in New Orleans?
My
You can
papa
call
and
her a
his
hornless
papa
goat.
and
We
his
gotta buy
papa,
something?
all the way back to the days of Marie Laveau we've been
Well,
living
she
here.
didn't ask about the voodoo murders.
That storekeep with the fetish and no ladies porch. Oh, I'm sure he did. I believe it.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
He's been there since the days of Marie Laveau. Huh? Did you know any of the slaves that she owned?
Are we gonna get off on this again?
No, we're not.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Marie, she's somebody from the old days. One of those folk tales. Oh, the tourists eat it up, none.
Sure.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
I don't know much, monsieur. Someone at Voodoo Museum can tell you all about her.
Yeah, war filled us in.
Yeah. Dr. John.
Do you know anything about
Marie
animal
Laveau's
masks?
consort.
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old crocodile. Well, he's sort of a mascot now, him.
Huh.
Willie Jr., huh?
About Willie Jr.
You want to put Willie
Would
Jr.
you
on
be
your
willing
face?
to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. are very close, non. I could part with him for less.
If I want to get his Willie Jr., I need
Would
to...
you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $100.
No, I'm $100.
Well, this is when you pull a revolver and
Would you take
negotiate.
50?
Don't.
That customer of yours, the little old lady,
Customer?
the woman I saw in here, Madame Cazonou, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Again, it's time to get out the revolver.
I just think you're threatened by the shopkeeper, Polly.
Polly just doesn't like this guy. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Let's just shoot him. And I'm like,
Well,
Polly, you can't just shoot
from day
people.
one, I haven't liked him. He's a fraudster, and he called us a hornless goat and then denied doing it.
Call.
Am I wrong? Did he not deny it immediately after doing it? Motherfucker.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazonou.
I'm just waiting
You
until
see,
you
I'm
go
doing
to the
some
university
research,
then.
and
I can't tell you anything about her.
it's
I can't tell.
Can't tell you nothing about her.
have
So
you ever
remind
heard
me,
of...
Man, I don't even know.
Say again.
the yellows haven't asked about yet, or just asked about?
The
Like, which
yellows
ones-
are usually these ones down here that are a different color than the rest are usually specific to that person. So like
Okay.
I can't go and ask the proprietor of the museum about Willie Jr.
Gotcha. I mean, we went down the whole path with the St. John's Eve and New Orleans and the voodoo murders with him before.
Yeah, he's bottled up, so he doesn't really have much else to say. Excuse me.
Yeah, ask a dude from southern New Orleans what Schottenjäger means.
Yeah, that's the problem is that nobody fucking knows. All right, look, I'm a cop.
Does this mean
Does
anything
this
to
mean
you?
anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
Right.
Look, I'm a cop.
He's never run into a cop before. I believe that.
I'll give you a coupon for Willie Jr.
Does this mean anything to
Right.
you?
Give him the coupon. Maybe
I
that's worth
don't know
$100.
anything about that at all.
That's what I thought. He wasn't gonna take it, but it was worth a shot.
It's a $20 coupon to my bookstore.
It's
for
a
Willie Jr.
$20 coupon to my bookstore.
Is this a brand new day? Can we go back to the bookstore and read the newspapers? And get told off by our sassy lady.
I love her so much. She's the narrator.
Polly hates her.
I love
Polly
her so much.
hates her.
She's the only voice to have made it into the 20th
Thank
year
you, Giads.
anniversary version, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Polly
Everyone has-
hates her.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Hello, beautiful.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Ugh. Don't put on your coat. I can smell you from here.
Jesus.
Gotta love Grace.
I like Grace, but Polly's just like, fuck this frigid
Bitch
whore.
doesn't
and
do
I'm-
shit. She's like, oh, can I do some research for you? And then you'll ask
Got a
her to
minute,
research
Grace?
something, and she's like, oh, I'm not
What's
doing
up?
that though. Like, oh, fuck you.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I need you to look
Oh,
up
yeah.
a Madame Cazeneuve.
Cool.
Madame Cazeneuve? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazeneuve's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Are you jealous, Grace? I think
Yeah.
you're jealous.
Like,
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
I'm guessing you've already flirted with her?
Extensively.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh God. You have no idea.
How old are you? Old enough to know about men like you.
Tell me about yourself.
What else do you want to know?
why is
Just
it that you
tell
took a
me
job at a
anything
bookstore
at all.
but know nothing about New
I
Orleans?
just got my master's in history.
Oh, we've already heard all those answers. Just tell me anything at all.
Just tell
Nothing I get.
Suit yourself.
Are you sure you don't?
I don't.
I've already asked her about all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't want to know about your bedroom life, Knight.
All right. Let's see. Grace better get used to the idea of being that cat lady with that attitude of hers. Hey, that's not very nice. Times-Picayune dated June 19th, 1993. A front page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it, but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is faked. Gabriel shitters. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square. Called La Plaza de Armas. Under French rule, it was used for executions, firing squads, hangings, and even impalement for breaking on the wheel. Yikes. Of course, these days, it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians, and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your
I
instincts.
feel a dark star rising, all right.
What the fuck?
A snub-nosed 44 and rarely snubbed either. Gabe got the shitters. Yeah, Gabe is the shitters.
I was told to get a 1911 to threaten people because fuck a revolver, and I'm like, well, it's a 44. You know.
That's the one line from,
I'll be back
from-
A
later.
bullet is a bullet as far as I'm
See ya.
concerned.
Calls it the Fika later.
One place we haven't
This
been
could be a
is
different
the...
day because that was the same horoscope we had the last day.
Yeah, this is only day
Last time.
2. So, we haven't been to Jackson Square at all.
Isn't that where the mime is?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the mime. The mime's only on one day.
Polly doesn't like the mime. For
Happy
some
dude.
reason-
Hey, Polly, when are we getting that Polydub Let's Play channel? Lol. The new play channel? I'll do it. It'll happen. People will come by and I'll be like the new, what's his name? This is how not to play X.
Oh,
A small boy is...
Darkside Phil.
Yeah.
A small boy is...
Oh.
A small boy is tap dancing enthusiastically for a Lucky Dog vendor. The vendor ignores him. The Lucky Dog vendor has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel notices that it is not, big surprise, one of his. Tap dance is going to drive me nuts. Can I throw a banana peel into that
Could
kid's
I
feet?
get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Doing what?
An unambitious person in the 90s? Amazing.
An ambitious person in the 90s. Amazing.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, I turned her off. She was
I
creeping me
mind,
out.
All right.
What?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Okay, Polly.
Mhm.
Remember your gun argument?
Which one?
The one of, hey, let's threaten this person with a gun to get them to tell us what we want?
You want to threaten the hot dog guy?
I want to threaten the hot dog guy because he's a dick.
What would the little boy do with that?
Shove it up his ass. So
are you doing running around threatening children with black children with a police badge, huh? Huh, Eve?
I am not going to address that comment. We're just going to move on.
Look at this. There isn't a single statue to tear down in the name of social justice. What kind of park is this?
Stop. There is a statue right there in the middle. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Is it of a colonialist? Can we...
Stop.
Andrew Jackson, isn't it?
Oh, this is new. An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather. You just said it wasn't great weather.
Yeah, and I say there's a statue of Andrew Jackson right there.
It is Jackson.
Right there.
Jackson Park.
Could I
Jackson
ask you some
Square.
questions?
Jackson Square. Yeah.
I'd rather not. I really get focused
in
when I'm
front of St.
drawing.
Louis Cathedral.
Okay, fine.
The juggler is busy. Of course they're
Him,
not
your
interested.
own drawings mean anything? Or would he still be busy with his own drawings?
Maybe.
Do you recognize these symbols that we purloined from the police station?
The mother and child. Do you recognize these symbols that were drawn around a brutal murder, where a person's heart was carved out of their chest?
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
I'm kind of busy, and I don't normally do requests.
Oh, okay.
See, Gabriel Knight's not insistent enough. It's like, perhaps a gun to the side of your head would make you reconsider how busy you are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord.
He's got to get more Mickey Splain, you know?
Say,
He's a
I'm a
writer,
student.
not a
I don't
cop.
take
Or a
commissions.
private detective.
oh, sorry.
What the artist do with that? He would look at the drawings and be abhorred and...
Oh, those drawings are perfectly fine. Gabriel's dad was an extremely lucid person.
This is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
You know you can turn up the game speed too. So he walks a little quicker.
Does it make everything go faster, or...?
Yes, it does. So now you see the child ushering his mother across the field like the Flash. Oh yeah, the tap dancing increases too.
Open door.
You can get blessed.
Yeah, I think I did that one time. Oh, no priest in there right now.
May
Oh,
I
there he
help you,
is.
my child?
I'd like to make a confession. No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, go ahead.
Could you
and
give me a
confess.
blessing?
Nope.
Are you in trouble, my child?
That's a
Here's the
line.
Pope. Yeah. You could say that, Father.
Then I hope this helps.
Priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father. It's more of a... I have a certain standard I try to adhere to on my channel. Of a line that I don't like to go across, and, discussing politics is one of them.
Sure.
Another one is getting too edgy. Like when I've been playing The Forest with Fritz on Fridays. So you can imagine my patience is tested in that line. We're really figuring out where that line is on my channel.
Got it.
Yeah, lately. So yeah. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions, Polly? I'm not sure where to go next. Any places you would like to try to visit? I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss.
I'm not. We haven't been to the cemetery.
Oh, you've never been to the cemetery yet. Oh, okay.
We've been before, but we haven't been today.
Ah.
Excuse me, sir.
You got something to say, son?
How's business today?
How's
About
business
like every
today?
day. This is what you call a seller's
You know,
market.
it's funny. St. Louis Cemetery Number 1 actually used to be open up to the public.
Mind
But
if I
after
pick your brain a
Katrina,
minute?
whole bunch of
Go
vandalism
ahead.
happened there. They've
These
actually
folks ain't
closed off
in
the
no
cemetery.
hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda
We were
sucks.
discussing that last
Do
time.
you know anything about animal masks?
I don't know what you talking about.
The fuck you talking about?
I don't know what you talking about. I'm imagining the main character with Eurobeat tune in the background. Speed lover games not over. Now that he's all sped up.
Hi. I'm Rebecca's grandson.
Much as when they were alive, the right elders give no response. Oh, I want to interrogate
It's
the
rather
dead.
rude to interrogate the dead.
No way. Something might answer.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new here either.
You want a hint?
Is there something new here that I've missed?
Well, did you get marked down the rubbings on that tomb?
I didn't.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
These strange marks.
Also, there's a brick right there you can pick up.
How's it a fucking brick? How am I supposed to know that that's a brick? Oh my
It's red
god.
and it makes the marks on the side of the tomb.
Oh my god. Polly, how did we miss that? Polly,
Yeah.
how did we miss that?
I said I don't know.
I don't know either. Fucking brick there the whole time. We could have been smashed Willie's head in with a brick. 'Cause fuck that guy.
I'm gonna smack you with a brick, son. Capri
Fuck
Sancor this.
Willie.
Wow!
Cabri Sancor his face. Looking at the series of crosses, Gabriel can't help but think that they have a pattern and meaning he's not comprehending.
Well, if you look, several of the markings are repeated.
Mm-hmm.
There's also something else you can do here, although I don't think it's at this time. I think it's at the end of this day.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've already been to see Miss Getty.
Miss Getty.
Miss Getty.
Yeti.
So they've already got the additional markings from the voodoo.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
Really? Boy, you are amazing.
Additional markings from where?
From around the murders, like the one that
Please,
you
be seated.
sketched.
Hey, Yorkie. Well, we got the one from the murder scene that we saw, and then we got the ones from the police station.
Yeah, the photocopy one. Okay. Did you use the magnifying glass at the murder scene?
Well, I guess
Not specifically, I don't know.
As you wish.
And say this one was really obscure, and it was something that took me a while to figure it out. If you look right next to where the body was, you'll see a pattern in the grass.
Is it that?
It's over near the lake.
It's extremely big sand.
No, okay. By the tree, you'll see this little checker pattern. There, right there.
Right there.
Mhm.
That is... How would I ever find that? How would you ever find that?
A really, really, really big CRT monitor. And noticing pixels.
There are marks in the grass as though some heavy wire object had been set here. That's frustrating to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, say right there. You can see it. You'll need to get the tweezers to get it.
Yeah, I have them. Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent
I think
scale.
it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
So there you go. You got everything you need at the crime scene now. I could have sworn I didn't see the snake scale in your inventory.
It pisses me off. I'm pissed off.
Yeah, and it can be frustrating when, you know, these extremely tiny detail things happen.
Polly,
Hello, Dr. John.
are you pissed off?
Return to us, Mr.
Yeah,
Knight.
well, yes. Is he gonna know what kind of snake it is?
I mean, he has a snake, so maybe he recognizes this scale. Hey, buddy. Hey, did your snaky snake happen to be just, you know, how am I supposed to learn more about the scale if I can't show it to people, motherfucker? Can we just, like, I'm gonna pester the little bitch.
Okay, you already turned on the fan.
He says he has no interest in the noisy fan. I turned it on when the girl was there, but I haven't done it for while he's here. And the girl was like, please stop
Could
that.
I ask you some more questions?
You saw the reaction
Of
from the
course.
snake, right?
I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Worf finds your dialogue stimulating.
Did we already ask him about Molly Yeti? Polly? Polly? Is he still here?
He
Ollie.
is. Maybe he's taking a call or something.
Maybe.
Do you know
I
Malia
told him to say
Getty?
something.
Should I?
She
Or at least type something
referred
in the
me to
chat.
your museum.
Many have read about our museum in the newspapers, Mr. Knight.
That's a good point.
F for Polly. I know, right? He's gone.
Are you sure you don't know Malia Getty?
Quite sure, Mr. Knight.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I have not.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I used to have some antique African totem masks,
There
but
he is.
they were on the point of disintegration, so I removed them.
I think.
Maybe.
Polly?
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
There you are.
I'm gonna
Where'd
ask
you
him
go?
about the snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum's snake, Mr. Knight. They are beautiful creatures, do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Go on.
So why are they in your museum if they're not associated with voodoo?
I know, right?
Didn't Madame Moonbeam also
can-
have a snake? Maybe she's
She did. She did. You know, it's funny. It's funny how a lot of these people keep kind of going, oh, well, it's kind. They're very, very closed off about what actually is and isn't voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. Hi, Universe Man. Ahoy, G had suggested I come here. Well, thank you for coming by. Satellite for
Yeah.
your stream avatar, huh? Good choice. Thank you. Yeah, I restricted that one to just me, so.
Is the snake yours? Do you use it in your practice of voodoo?
Voodoo.
I admire the spirit of the snake, Mr. Knight. But snakes like the museums can be quite dangerous to handle.
You didn't really answer my question.
I think I did, Mr. Knight.
Who the fuck says degrading to the point of disintegration instead of falling apart? Well, people do.
I'd really like to know more about your snake.
There is really nothing more to say, Mr. Knight.
I want to know more about your snake.
Look, just drop your pants, okay? Jesus. How hard is it? Thank you for following, Universe Man.
It's a simple request, come on.
Simple request, take your pants off. Do it or I'll
Take mine off.
I have a weapon. I'll hit you with
Does
this
this
brick.
mean anything
Hit
to
you with
you?
the brick.
Does this mean anything to you?
I
Whack!
cannot say that it does.
Hi, Geos. I don't wanna. Fine. I'll go take my own pants off. God.
Play with
Goodbye,
my own
Dr.
snake.
John.
God.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
I think we can go ask Miss Moonbeam about the snake scale. Because she has a snake too.
Gabriel Knight, come in.
Hello, Magenta.
Magenta.
Hello, Magenta.
Please,
Doesn't look like an
be
octopus at
seated.
all.
Yeah, let's ask her about
Could
snakes.
I ask you a few questions?
Of
Yeah,
course,
so there are certain
Seeker.
things you can do here with Magenta at this point. I can tell you if you get stuck.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
I'm sure
Tell me
you
more
are.
about snakes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to give away my trade secrets.
Tell me more about snakes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to give away my trade secrets.
Let's ask more about Grimwald.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Where'd you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
Is this mainly a story game? Well, it's an old school like point and click adventure, so.
Yeah.
How'd you learn to handle Grimwald?
So it's
I
all
told
about
you,
the
a
adventure,
great
the
voodoo
dialogue,
queen
and
taught me.
stuff. So.
She learned from Marie Laveau herself.
Ah,
Marie Laveau
Fascinating.
and that woman know how to handle snakes. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, no? One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scales.
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see me dance, perhaps?
That would be swell.
I won't make you wait, Monsieur Knight. No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
Oh my.
Snake bites her.
No need to deny it, Paul. You're getting up. We know.
Never you mind.
Okay, well then, get your ass up and go look at it.
Yeah, you could do. Could just take it.
I'm trying. It's so frustrating because it gives you such little time to react.
Yeah.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Good lord.
Certainly one word for it.
Could I ask?
Certain.
I'm gonna get you to
What about?
show me your snake dance shit again, cause I'm finna steal your snake skin.
I shall again
'cause
amaze
fuck you, bitch.
You certainly
Shall
will.
again amaze you.
Just amaze me, baby girl. Come on, do it. Oh yeah, you amazing. Oh yeah. I can't. I can't be any more amazed. I'm just gonna. Ha! Take.
Gabriel Knight Ninja!
Gabriel grabs the shed snakeskin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
And she just doesn't notice the shed snakeskin missing.
Nope. Doesn't notice it all.
They are truly inspiring, isn't
It's
it?
fine.
Wait, what's so
That's
amazing? I thought
certainly one word
that was
for
the
it.
proper way of handling snakes. It is. It is the proper way. Now, we've got a shed snakeskin. I'm going to say we're going to use this on this. Gabriel magnifies the shed skin for magenta moonbeam's snake. The snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain. Magnifies the scale from the lake. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples. So, it wasn't her snake. So maybe, just maybe, since Magenta has a snake, it might not be best to discuss snake scales with her. Well, I was thinking she might be okay because we already cleared her snake. Wait, what is so amazing? I thought it was oh yeah, I already read that part.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
You got one more other thing you can do.
No. Well, I'll go back then. Can I break her crystal ball?
No, unfortunately not. She is very much a new wave retard.
Please, be seated.
It's not going to have very much to do with it, but there's one important thing. The
Could I ask you a few questions?
In talking to her?
Of course,
No, the cipher from the graveyard.
I did. That one. I didn't show her that. I'll say I did show her the markings from the.
From the murders, but not the.
Right.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Please, sir, I have
Oh,
God damn.
the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... Oh, then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks.
Bring fresh
DJ,
cash.
Conclave, K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
If you look at it now, you inspect
It's got notes
it'll
scribbled
have
on
the
it, I'm
translation
sure.
on it. Yeah, it'll have the translation on it. Oh, you gotta read it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's a key more than it is a...
Well, it is a key for, yeah. But that also means something.
Okay. All right. So, it just mirrors the issue with the... No, I'm not trying to pick anything up. I'm trying to leave.
I'm trying to leave, but she won't let me.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
Do what you will, if it harm none.
Count
What if I
on it.
want to harm people? Harming people can be fun. Alright, Polly. So we're next.
Go back to the park and bribe the hot dog guy with the coupon.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. He likes reading books. You're right, actually. I didn't even think about it. I was thinking that was just us kind of... That's funny.
I'm highly intuitive.
Oh.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate. Well, sure. Here you go.
That sounds like, what's his name? Rob Paulson.
I don't know who that is.
Famous person.
All right. So I has a lucky dog now. Have a lucky dog.
Lucky dog.
Was there anybody hungry?
That boy tap dancing might be hungry. Just saying.
Nah.
Quit looking up game facts, Polly.
No, I'm just saying. He might have, like, burning calories, dancing. It's possible.
Especially considering he set it up right in front of the lucky dog stand.
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to not look shit up and then not spoil anymore. Hot dog, we're making progress. Corner!
Well. Corner?
No, that was funny.
When Geodes makes a pun, he goes to his corner.
Oh.
I thought it was funny.
It's funny, but we can't encourage him.
He needs to go to the
No,
corner.
we're making progress. Problem is, you can give him the hot dog. But for what?
No, I wouldn't do that quite yet.
That tapping is getting real old.
You even turned off the music
You
too.
did
You should be
pretty
dancing
well for a kid.
to Saints.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Do you do requests?
Got any money?
No.
Something to eat?
No.
There you have it. No.
Do you do requests?
No.
Got any?
No.
Something to eat?
Something
No,
to
this is
eat?
my hot dog, kid.
No.
Fuck off.
There you have it.
Man, I could give him the hot dog, but why?
Well, there's a reason to give him a hot dog, but
You wouldn't like
I don't
like
know,
the
Polly.
dog,
You want to
I
look up the
think.
game fact and,
Would I?
and tell her what to do?
Thanks, mister.
Nice sound effect.
You got any special requests? Let me know.
You want to hit?
You mentioned something about...
Yeah.
Can you do the Nutcracker Suite in D minor?
Say what?
Oh, never mind. How about When the Saints Go Marching In?
Sure. Hey, guys. Saints!
You got it, kid.
Listen to that sweet, sweet music.
That's amazing music.
Now you're stuck listening to it. You're stuck listening. You can creep on that lady.
I would if I could
That was
click.
great. Thanks.
That was great.
No
Thanks.
problem, mister.
You seem to be quite a reader.
Yep.
Did you ever read anything by Gabriel Knight?
No.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind, all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh,
Well, it's got to be the music influences somebody in the park.
No, go back to the artist.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was the artist, but I don't know.
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Oh. Artist wouldn't appreciate Gabriel messing with his stuff while he's gone. Okay, well then let's maybe
We should leave this here.
Yeah, well. Thanks for the $20 voucher. Now fuck off, I'm busy.
Unbelievable. Rotten luck.
There's a drawing caught up against the hedges. I'm gonna say can't reach it either. Can't reach the drawing from where it is. Saints go marching in.
But you know who can reach it.
Oh, that's true.
The kid you just bribed with a hot dog.
It's no kid. It's a midget. Pretending to be a kid to make money.
you mentioned something about...
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
You got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Thanks, little dude.
Right?
Oh, no New Orleans narration. No, we couldn't take her voice. It was too off-putting.
I know, right, Black? Jeez, man. These guys. She's easily one of the best features of this game.
Nope. Couldn't do it.
Easily one of the best features of the game.
Couldn't do it. Besides, I like narrating myself.
Times Picayune, dated June 18th, 1993.
That doesn't sound Irish at all.
Hoi toi toi hoi toi hoi toi toi. You shut your mouth, boyo.
It's a technical drawing of St. Louis Cathedral.
This belongs to
Yeah,
you,
I can
doesn't it?
understand him,
My
not
drawing.
wanting to lose
How'd you get
technical
it?
drawing
Oh,
because
it was a bit
that
of a
takes
squeeze, but I
retarded
hate
amount
to
of
see
time.
you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Hey. Actually, I was hoping you could take a look at something for me, friend.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay. I like how bad it was Dad's character. I mean...
People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine. Jackson Square is a good place to rest while exploring the French Quarter, and a great place to be entertained by local performers.
See, my problem with it is that having her talk gives me less to say.
That's a good point.
Because I'm streaming. So. That's why I just set it to text.
You could always affect the accent yourself.
No.
Just gotta affect the phony Bologna Jamaican accent, man.
No. It's getting late.
Voodoo murders.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day. See, character. I mean, if you say so. Times Picayune. I can't really do the accent myself. It just comes out really, really bad. Like worse than... Oh, look. Dreams. That's fair, yeah. Same nightmare as always. Whoa, that's new. I don't remember the dagger before.
Yep, it's new.
I keep expecting, like, someone to come out of this little door over here on the right. Drawn to Bacchus's abode, I sought there to conspire, but it was the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire. But it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire.
I think that's from the Odyssey.
You said I can't. That's already wrong. It's me can't.
You can.
See, there's already a problem. Morning, gorgeous.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Kazanu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great, thanks.
Excuse me.
That was her fucking research?
Now,
going to the phone book?
Tell me what happened yesterday.
Ripping out the
with
page,
Maggie,
too.
Or is it just too embarrassing?
Hang on.
Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Did I get to fuck her?
Gabriel.
No.
You don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
I can't even.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
Your life is in
The
your
point
own
is
slippery
to get
little...
it into somebody else's hands, and soon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
You
god.
know what? I'm perfectly on board with Gabriel Knight here. I want a sugar mama.
Jesus fucking... Oh, here
Thank
comes
you.
this
Oh, here we
dipshit
go.
again.
Bruno.
This guy's a real dipshit.
Gabe, pet. I just popped in to see if you're desperate enough to sell me that painting.
Hey, Bruno. Hey, Bruno. See my dick? Suck it.
Well, you know, you want to know something?
Huh?
You need to. Grace is gonna get mad at you, but yeah, you gotta sell the painting.
So what happens if you don't?
He'll just keep coming back in. Bruno will keep coming back in and saying, I want your painting, you sassy bitch.
I came in yesterday and told him to fuck off.
Oh yeah. I love telling that guy to fuck off. It's great, but no, to progress the game, you gotta sell him the painting.
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your
Dare
father's
think
painting.
about selling your father's painting.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tight.
Because we need Willie Jr.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this.
Okay.
Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. I can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
It's Bruno and Sid, you sassy bitch.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Grace, look. Just take your clothes off. Don't be mad at me.
Got a minute, Grace?
I'll take mine off too. You can't be mad at people when they're naked. It's just a fact.
To be fair, I'd tell Bruno to keep his on.
Yeah. It's just like if you're gonna argue naked. Especially if you're like a couple, always argue naked because then it eventually leads to sex, and then nobody's mad at that point. I mean, unless you just really into the hate fuck, in which case, I mean, all right, but you know.
Yeah, then you get addicted.
Why did you let your father's painting go for just $100? There's a reason.
Look,
Do
I
you have
needed for an
messages
animal
for me?
mask for an S&M
Your
party.
pal Mosley
Hang on.
called. He left a message that they're interrogating
on.
a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have more messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours. I took down his number. If you change your mind and want to give him a call back, just ask me for it.
Hey, Polly, we're getting to the interesting part that you actually want to know about.
We're gonna take shots of Jägermeister.
No, we're gonna actually get Ritter's phone number.
Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure. I'll give it to you when we're done talking.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Hey, Polly,
can't
could
think
you
of
do
anything.
some research for me?
Okay.
Didn't she say where'd she? Maybe
You
she
have
laid it
more
on the
messages
counter
for
or
me?
something.
I've given everything
No,
to
she
you.
said she'll give it to you with after you're done talking.
No, the white pages.
Oh, it should already be in your inventory.
Oh, okay.
Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, Polly.
Yeah, just check and see if you got the white pages.
We're gonna read the newspaper. Times-Picayune dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there is a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change course before it's too late. This is getting worse and worse.
I know.
Yeah, it does. I know.
The newspaper's like, no, seriously, dude.
You are in mortal danger.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone book page missing one of its C pages. Back when people used to do that shit, like tear pages out of phone books in order to. What was her name?
Kazunu.
Right, but there's... I guess I just call all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to the phone.
Did you get your black shirt out of the closet?
No. Do I look like I'm wearing a black shirt? No.
All my
Sam knows you
clothes
got
look
the
the same, so why change them? All my clothes look the same, so why
It's
change
near
them?
the left side of the... Yep, a little bit left. There you go.
All my clothes look the... All my clothes look...
Oh my.
No thanks.
Huh. Alright, never mind. I guess it's not there.
Hmm.
I thought that was where you get the priest shirt.
Don't spoil too much. I don't want you to just go, giving away. I mean, like, you've already taken us way further ahead than we probably should have. So I don't want to. I don't want it to be just like a walkthrough of the entire game. I want to, actually play it and figure stuff out.
I got you. Yeah, no, I didn't want you to miss stuff and have to backtrack.
That's fine. Maybe I can just make this easy. Just make this easy.
I think if you click that with the phone number for the phone. Oh no, I guess not. Wait, yeah, no, you can pull it up there like that, and you should be able to see it. It's really pixelated, but you can see it.
4909.
You gotta turn on the phone.
Oh. Three, 2, 4. Four 909 324 333. Oh, I didn't hit 3 again.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
I'm looking for Wolfgang Ritter.
Ja, einen Moment.
Yeah, is this Gabriel on the phone?
This is Gabriel Knight. Why are you calling me, Mr. Ritter?
I have been having premonitions of great danger for you, Gabriel. You must leave New Orleans this very day.
What the hell are you talking about?
It is hard to explain on the phone. I have had feelings about you. It took me a long time to have you tracked down. I had a sense that Heinz had a grandson, but until these dreams started, I did not know if I should contact you.
You say you're related to my grandfather?
Yes, Heinz was my brother. There is much about the family that you should know, Gabriel. Come to Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. It is our family home. I will tell you everything when you come. You must come immediately. You are in great danger there.
Look, I appreciate the family spirit and all, but frankly, I don't know you from Adam, and I'm not going to fly off to Germany, even if I could afford it.
Gabriel, please. If you won't listen, at least let me send you something. It is a journal from one of your ancestors. Promise me you will read it.
Well, I'm pretty busy.
Please, Gabriel, you are the last of our line. I am too old to carry on. You are our last hope. Please, for your family, read the journal.
All right, I'll look at it.
Good. Now be careful and come to me as soon as you can. Goodbye.
So, mystery you're trying to solve. There's been a series of voodoo murders. What do you know about the voodoo murders? 1270, 1220, and 1280.
There was another one too.
I know. I'm just getting I can't remember all of them at once.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, is this the Kazanu residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
I've got the stream paused. I can tell you the numbers.
Okay, they'll make it faster.
Yeah. Next one on the list is 555-1220.
Hello, Casanova residence?
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Kazanu was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Okay. The next one is, of course, 555-1280.
Hello?
Hello? I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the dog, though. So, if we read our little thing...
It's Kazanu A.
Yep. Boy, he dashed out of there fast.
I say, do you want another hint?
Got a minute, Grace?
Phone.
What's
Huh?
up?
It has to do with the phone.
It has to do with the phone?
Yes.
Did I miss something with the phone?
Yes.
Do I have to go through all the numbers?
No. So you found Madame Kazanu.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'll try to do my best not to just flat out tell you. You did hear one very important thing on that call.
The dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check your phone book listing again.
Oh. Five 6170.
Yeah, 6170. Yeah.
That's just so.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Do you know anything about snakes? Know anything about animal sacrifice?
If you ask that, she hangs up on you. It's hilarious.
Know anything about animal sacrifice?
What are you, some kind of sicko?
Alright, we're gonna do it for real.
Are you the lunatic that just called about animal sacrifice?
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Do you have a Madame Kazanu as a client?
Madame Kazanu? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Okay. Finally found that bitch.
Yeah.
Point and click logic, gotta love it. Yeah, even like as obscure as like Monkey Island could be, even it didn't quite go the depths of this.
See, that's the thing. The first 2 Gabriel Knights, there's at least some string of logic you can follow. The third one just goes straight out the window. Like, okay, there's a bit in the third one where you have to steal Detective Mosley's passport and then apply a fake mustache to the photo, and then take some double-sided tape and pull the fur off of a cat and put it on your lip so it looks like you've got a mustache.
How many times are we gonna steal this man's ID?
I know, right?
This poor guy should have been fired.
That's fine. He's played by Mark Hamill. It's perfectly fine.
I'll be back later.
See ya.
It's fine.
It's fine. Polydub is mysteriously silent, and I don't know what to do about it.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh, I thought you were reading someone in chat.
Yeah, look at our badass motorcycle, our badass leather jacket, and our badass. You're not a badass. Stop trying to be badass. Use the door knocker.
Who is it?
Land shark.
Hi, I'm doing an article on voodoo, and I heard that you...
I am a good Catholic, young man. Take your evil influence elsewhere.
But I just have a few questions.
I can feel the evil eye. Go away.
God damn it, the horoscope was right.
She mentioned Gabriel stands at the door of an old French Quarter residence. The neighborhood is a little shabby, but this particular building is freshly painted. Well-worn steps lead up to the front door. She mentioned that there might be a thing under her doorstep. Am I wasting my time here, Quiz?
Yes.
Okay.
You got the most pertinent information that
Who
you
is
need.
it?
But yeah, no, keep knocking on it. Magazine subscriptions for sale?
I have some fine magazine subscriptions for sale.
I'm selling these fine
I'm
leather
sorry,
jackets.
but I'm not interested.
I've got some great pet supplies. Could you cool little doggy?
Castro has everything he needs. Don't you, Castro?
Thanks a lot, Castro.
Land shark.
Land shark.
You are no Bill Murray.
Please let me talk to you, Madame Cazanou.
I
Yes,
don't
'cause
talk to
begging
strangers,
works.
young man.
Land
Alright.
shark, you're a no Bill.
At some point, the games are worse than others. Regarding its logic, spaghetti logic is the term for a reason. Yeah. Polly was talking about that last time, about some of the spaghetti logic in this shit. So, I have a feeling. Wait.
Well, you already heard something from Grace about how Mosley is going to be interrogating a subject or a suspect.
Yeah, let's go see that anyway. Polydub. You can decide what we're going to ask the suspect.
How do you know you even get the opportunity?
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Desk
okay.
Sergeant Frick.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
As long as you're giving
See
me
that
permission.
door? Well, I watch everyone who comes through that door. See this book? Yeah. I write down everyone's name that annoys me in this book. Do you want me to write your name down?
You son of... Give me back my badge. Now, Knight!
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? Well, you borrowed again in your history.
Why is he not going to jail right now?
Glad you made it.
That's a
Gives you feel
gigantic
for how I
offense.
am in action, you know, handling suspects.
So Gabriel
that
brings
sort
up the
of thing.
fact that
I'm sure it'll be invigorating.
Mosley
Who
stole
is
his
this
bike
guy
once,
anyway?
or
Calls
commandeered his
himself
bike once.
Crash.
Hang on a sec.
He's
Let's
been
see.
an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. Well, he's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning to Jackson Square. Pushing coke? He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
You have one of those?
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. You been present at the so-called voodoo ritual?
I don't know nothing. I told you.
Oh, come on now, you can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go, man.
Now, you relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were plainclothesmen.
Plain clothes, like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Now, who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. Now, you tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you in the witness protection program. But you have to earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Don't make me laugh. Jesus, just let me out of here.
Now, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
By now they know I'm here. I mean, it's different when I'm supposed to come here. Well, if I can send a message. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's frickin' useless. Take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
Well, that went well.
I tell you, times like this, I'd kill for true serve and damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Hell no. Damn! We can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I might have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. For the book, I mean. Maybe you can punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction, that's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you start carrying around a lollipop, you get more respect as a detective.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
There we go again.
Can we take a picture? Yeah,
you already got the picture.
Yeah.
You had the little list of improprieties of Detective Mosley with sexual harassment of a fellow officer, though, you know.
I know, right?
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like them.
I don't like them.
I don't like him.
I don't like them.
Have you ever heard of
Insult
a
him.
Schottenjäger?
Well, not since the last time you asked.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
It sure as hell ain't going well. There's a lot of brakes being applied in different areas of the investigation. We're getting some real info on the victims now, and they're not exactly upstanding citizens. I was hoping to get more out of Crash, but he's scared shitless. We'll have to let him go tomorrow morning.
I agree with Yorkie. Insult him.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
Mostly.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they hang, kind of pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off of your butt.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you.
Wow.
Shit, now I gotta roast his ass for that one.
You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
That is my favorite one.
Have you ever called the hair?
Okay, he just repeats now.
Yeah, if you started carrying around a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective. Go to hell.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Ciao, baby.
I know one thing we can do. Go back to the park and pick up our drawing.
And you can see the fully reconstructed crime scene drawing.
Mm-hmm. This artist is a good, able draftsman, but interrogating him wouldn't lead to much in Gabriel's investigations. We'll just talk to him.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow, this is great.
Uh-huh. Just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh, forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and good luck.
Oh, it's terrifying. The reconstructed
park.
Huh?
So back at the park.
Yes, we have our reconstructed drawing.
Oh, nice.
The artist's reconstruction of the voodoo murders pattern looks accurate to Gabriel. Something about it seems vaguely familiar and creepy. Well, now we definitely have something to show Madam what's her name? Or
who, Lady Moonbeam?
Yeah, Lady Moonbeams. Lady Moonbeams. Madame Lorelei, the fortune teller, is garbed in a belly dancer's outfit and wears a boa around her neck. A real boa.
Like a snack.
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
You look like you do.
That's a nice snake you have there.
I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine.
Oh.
Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
Okay, look here, you Jessica Rabbit wannabe.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
The alien?
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are.
She's just trying to slither
Come
in your
on,
DMs.
boys. Hoopla.
Oh, we'll just take your snake. Thank you.
Can't.
Damn it. Can I examine it?
Want a hint?
Yeah.
Walk over to her. I think, talk to her? Yeah, talk to her.
Fucking
Not a bad idea.
You okay?
I always missed
I
it.
love the way you...
No, you got it.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches
Yep.
her hips.
She wants me.
Damn, girl, I mean, them scarves you gonna take off. I mean, not that I'm complaining.
Now you got your in.
I'm
Thanks
gonna get
for
it in,
it.
alright.
Oh yeah. See, you should have left the music on. They played a different song when she started dancing.
Did you lose a veil?
Huh, my veil. I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong. Yes enough, yet so delicate and, flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good.
Yes,
I
Horky.
see a
Yes.
mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madam Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly. Yes. Yes, I'm sure there's a mysterious woman in my future. Can you tell me? Wait.
She is a dangerous one. Dark and beautiful. Ah, I see the road of your life forking. And very soon...
Like to fork you.
Well, she'd like to fork you.
That's true. I say the thing about an accent, though, is that the accent disappears when you got your dick in her mouth. I mean...
Yeah.
You ain't to worry about it. She's, you know...
When the blood drains
Anyway.
from Madeline Lorelei's face in an instant, sweat beads on her upper lip.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
I don't like that. I don't like that voice. There are forces.
What is it about me lately?
There are forces, and their voice was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I guess she's just gone.
Yeah. Oh, you encounter her later.
Hey, hot
vendor's still there.
And they say, hey, hot dog dude, give me my fucking coupon back.
Hey, it was fair trade. He gave you a dog. You gave him the gift certificate. It's fine. Now you just gotta go back to your bookstore and price everything up $20.
Right.
Mr. Knight, how nice to see you.
My pleasure, I'm sure.
Please, be seated.
Does this mean anything to you?
These are magic symbols. Deep magic.
Really? Have you seen them before?
No?
Then how do you know they're magic symbols?
Seeker, my eyes are unveiled to see truly that which is in front of me.
Uh-huh. Thanks. Tons.
This dumb bitch.
Could I ask you?
Of course.
Any new dialogue? Not really. Nothing really new to ask her about.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
You need Max von Sydow?
Peace and
I
harmony
don't know
be
who that
yours.
is.
Right.
Legendary actor.
Oh, okay. Let's go ask the historical voodoo guy. Let's go ask Captain
Hello, Dr. John.
Worf.
Glad you could return to
Captain.
us, Mr. Knight.
Hey, you.
Does this pattern look familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
You do recognize it then?
I have never seen it before in my life.
You are so full of motherfucking shit. I am sick and goddamn tired of motherfuckers coming up with this bullshit like, no, I don't know nothing about this. Fuck you, bitch. You lying.
Where did you get that? No, I've never seen it in my life.
Are you sure about this pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
You son of a bitch. Sick and tired of nobody telling me shit.
Can I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Just lock them all up. Lock them all up. They all did it. Lock them all up. Ain't fucking shit else to say to you. Hang on a sec.
The python is quite dangerous.
Thanks for the advice.
Can I just look without the magnifying glass?
Yeah,
it doesn't really do anything.
That must be Marie Laveau.
Eventually.
Also, I feel like the drummer's stalking me.
Who?
The drummer.
Oh, the drummer?
Thanks a lot. Bye now.
Come back.
You're not
again.
wrong.
I know I'm not. I'm paranoid, and I'm usually right. So.
Yeah.
I think I think the drummer is Mrs. Getty's henchman, and that's who's whacking people out, her political enemies.
So, since we're here and we have our $100, hey bitch, give mask.
I have $100. You still want to sell that crocodile mask?
That's $100,
Give
sure
the
enough.
mask.
The mask, it's yours, sir.
I don't know what I need the mask for, but...
Here you go. Careful it don't bite you now.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't forget your lanyard.
Don't you go forgetting your lagniappe. A free bottle of Master Gambling Oil.
The sign said I could get Lady Luck oil instead.
Well, I wasn't thinking a man as young as you would be needing that kind of remedying. But if you's having problems with your...
Oh, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks, anyway.
Of course, it ain't none of my business if you do need it.
I don't need it.
Of course you don't.
Jeez.
Jesus.
That got hostile.
I'm very uncomfortable with how hostile this conversation has gotten. I need to examine this bottle. Small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil. Label reads Master Gambling Oil, but no ingredients, warnings, or instructions are included. Of course not. They can't tell you how it's supposed to operate. Did that guy just call you limp dick? I believe he just did.
I think so, yeah.
Crocodile mask is made of genuine crocodile head. It looks hot. It looks heavy, hot, and smelly.
I understand no ingredients and all that, but no directions? That's just weird.
Gabriel doesn't want to put the mask on until he has to.
People in the know, no, Polydub. People in the
And
know.
I thought he was funny looking before.
You can hear the banjo. There ain't no banjo in my accent. We could go to Tulane University.
Oh, did you open the clock? At your
Yes,
grandmother's?
we opened the clock.
Okay.
Looks like the lecture's just starting. Gabriel decides to record the session.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading under which resides an
Did Sean
entire
Connery
body
do
of
this
distinct
voice?
tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism.
That looks familiar.
All of the subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some
Did
of
he
these
say
spirits
Muslim?
are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes Voodoon so easily adaptable. With all those spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. The one tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the Voodoon cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the Voodoon religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the Voodoon Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of Voodoon.
Fascinating guy.
In Voodoon, the spirits are called the Loa.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
During a Voodoon ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. And this is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god; Ezruli, the mistress of love; Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death; Agwe, the spirit of water; Legba, spirit of the crossroads; and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoon temples are called Hounfours. Their priests, Hungan or Bokors. Their priestesses, Mama Loa.
Mama Loa, Mama Haya.
In a Voodoon Hounfour, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Mitan. The ritual circle is prepared with a bebe, a pattern of symbols. Each tribe's bebe is slightly different, consisting of complex symbols that identify their special Loa. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves include the ritual gourd or asson, the ritual knife or kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
Thanks for following, Ryder.
The ritual
Team
whip,
Ryder 7.
or fouet kash.
Yeah, because the dagger was in your dream last night.
And the
it was
ritual
new.
coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoon sect. Voodoon is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She butterflies, fireflies.
What? Oh, you're falling asleep. Okay. What is this? Do I get an icon? Well, you mean like a little... Hey, you get a little,
Firelight. No, that is... Gabriel? What? I can't see. Gabriel, get in. Can't. It's too small for me. You must get in, Gabriel. It's not mine. Too small. Hide, Gabriel. Hide.
No, no, let me out. Help.
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my God, sorry.
We did get some useful-ish information there at the end. Yeah, you get you do get one of the little things at the bottom there if you're over here on Twitch. One of the little avatars. You can change what you want in the bottom there of the panel down below. Greek Knight Alpha Psi Omega Frat House looks like it took place sometime last spring. Gabriel scans the bulletin board. There's notes for a lecture on investigative reporting techniques given by blah blah blah. Wait. Given by octogenarian Pulitzer Prize winner Laura Dorian. Unfortunately, it's weeks away. By that time, Gabriel will have learned on his own. Need a ride to LA the last weekend in August.
I would go there if you paid me.
Yeah.
You can go into the office of the lecturer and talk with him.
Are you a student?
No.
This is
My
Gabriel
name
Knight,
is
Sins of the
Knight.
Fathers.
Gabriel Knight.
Well, you have walked into my private office, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
This guy talks with his hands like this, so he's just like You know who he reminds me of? Stan.
In Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. Stan the boat salesman. In the first one, anyway.
Your lecture was terrific.
Oh, you think so? You were snoring so loud I didn't think you'd heard it.
Yikes.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Can you tell me about
You already
voodoo?
sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
Called out.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the voodoo aspect is fake, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans,
shame about that fake
especially
part.
Hollywood, treats voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power they're playing with.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
Cabri sans Coeur. Yes, I do. It's a Haitian
Thank
term.
fucking Christ.
It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, wolves, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Azuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Azuli is the gentlest of Loa, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Hungan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loa, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that the Loa will simply take it for themselves.
Oh, I'm sure.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
I'm afraid I can't help you there, Mr. Knight.
Tell me about bebés.
If you'd taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
Tell me about...
If you'd taken...
My area of expertise is African studies, Mr. Knight, not German.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Do you know anything about...
I'm not in the habit of...
Okay.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel? Huh.
What game is this? This is Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. Gabriel here doesn't know it yet, but he's actually descended from a long line of shadow hunters. They fight monsters, so, or bad things, or
Things
I don't
that
really
go bump in the night.
Things that go bump in the night. In this case, voodoo.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
I take that as a no.
What can you tell me?
I'm not in the habit...
Okay.
He just repeated himself, though.
Keep Gabriel away. Okay, later then.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery, in turn, has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
How often have you said that, Polly?
Tell me
Read. I don't know about reading.
Right, Mr. Knight, I'm
Read my
35,
books.
a fully tenured professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse, in religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. My father was a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
I
no.
didn't ask you for your... I guess that he was just his, like, I'm shutting this conversation down by just, here's an info dump. And it's just like, okay, yeah, no, it's too much. That's all right. That's too much. I understand. Get your point. You don't like being asked personal questions. All right.
Never said I was going guy, but I don't think he was hitting on you, bro. What the hell?
I never said I was going by believe in shadow people. So Gabriel hunts shadow. I want to protect them. Okay. It's a video game, so I don't know what to tell you, fam. I don't know nothing about shadow people. There is. I do want to ask Mr. Man here about our little drawing.
Can you tell me anything about this pattern?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Yes.
Great.
Polly's like, yes. Why do I get the feeling I'm not getting my drawing back? Okay, no, he came back.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating Veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself. Each of these symbols in the Veve represents something, a loa, a place. Where did you get this?
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is
Wow,
authentic,
back in 1993, newspapers being wrong?
Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm, undercover. You can contact me at the St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this if you don't mind.
There's another thing I feel the need to point out. It's not necessarily game dependent, but if you go back and you listen to his lecture, when he gets to talking about the sacred objects, one of the things he mentions is the fouet cache, and it's the ceremonial whip. If you read the symbols that were drawn on the tomb, it says "bring fouet cache," and that was what the voodoo faker couldn't figure out. She was like, "fresh cash." They were talking about a whip, a ceremonial whip.
I gotcha.
So
the carved stone head.
Oh, sorry.
The carved stone head looks African and very old. Yeah, no, that doesn't look African. That looks very much like
Mr. of Akkad.
A certain Mr. of Akkad that we know of. Apparently my joke's going over your head, Eve. Apparently I just missed it. Whoa, this game has Skyrim levels of backstory, Jesus. I do believe in shadow people, but I do know this is a video game. Very, very boring. I mean, to you it's boring. We're having fun with it.
Yeah. So the symbol there, the symbols drawn on the tomb says DJ Conclave tonight, bring ceremonial whip.
I gotcha. Look at this mask.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
God damn it.
It's a crocodile head.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I am never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
Are tenured professors usually like this, Polly? I'm never wrong, and they're probably meaningless.
Here, have some
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, shit. There's another thing you need to do at the lake I completely forgot about.
Pour the gambling oil into the lake, so the lake gets lucky.
No, well, believe it or not, the gambling oil does have something
you
to
later.
do with something
Oh,
you need
do
to get
keep
at the
in
lake.
touch.
Oh, do keep in touch. Mm.
Does the gambling oil get you laid?
No.
Damn it.
Oh, Gabriel gets laid no matter what, so you don't have to worry about that.
Have you ever read? Speaking of like mythologies and getting laid, have you read of the Iron Druid series?
No.
You read Dresden Files though, right?
No. You recommended it to me, but I haven't read it yet.
You should. Should read both series.
Yeah. Okay. It takes do the take symbol and the mud at the side of the lake.
Is that clay?
Apparently I just need some clay. What about getting laid? I know, right? You always come in at the right moments.
Yeah, no, Gabriel does get laid. You need the clay for something later on.
Mr. Dub. Are you even still awake, Mr. Dub?
He's muted.
Mr. Dub.
How very dare you, Mr. Dub? Let's go sing this get here. I'm doubting I'm gonna get anywhere near here, but
Oh, it's you. Miss Getty is not at home, sir.
Can you tell me where she is? It's very important.
She's visiting her mother's grave, Mr. Knight. Something even you can't be tasteless enough to want to interrupt.
that's where you're wrong.
Her butler is also
Tim Curry, yeah.
Tim Curry. Something
So
even
tasteless.
you can't even want to interrupt.
I said that's where you're wrong, cause I do love to interrupt grave visits.
Now, do you know where her family tomb is?
No fucking clue. I'm just gonna walk around till I see her.
I said keep going right.
You can keep going, right?
Yep.
Well, fucking shit! Couldn't do that. What the fuck?
Really
I didn't know you could go this
ostentatious
before.
tomb.
Malia.
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
I noticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Jesus
I've been
Christ.
in your thoughts, too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I
It's
know
not
you
a
got
I'm
more
not
money than
into you,
God.
though.
Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I have a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See? I knew it. You're crazy about me, too. Come by tonight. Please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it.
She just need the taste of the D. That's what it is. I read Dresden Files and Iron Druid. It's ironic Iron Druid felt smaller scale to me. Well, I'm only into the first book, so. I have no problem going to a dead person's grave to ask some questions. Well.
But do you have a problem going to someone's grave to hit on them? Not the dead person, of course. Press the button.
The plate is locked in position. There's a keyhole in the plate, but Gabriel can't operate without that key. Okay. So, where's my lockpicks?
You are not Jill.
God damn it.
You are not the master of unlocking.
Gabriel's done all the begging he can muster at the moment. Molly will have to work this out on her own. Voice acting Tim Curry's career must be getting rocky. Corner! Yes, heading on someone is crossing a line in a gravesite. I know, right? I didn't know you could go that far. It wouldn't let me go that far before.
Well.
It's annoying. It's frustrating how this game will do that shit.
It can be, yeah.
Hey, I wonder if do you know anything about Ms.
Hello
Gideon?
there. Got a sec?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Probably.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Nothing really. Well, there's this, but he doesn't really know anything about voodoo. He's already said.
Do you know anything about Veves?
I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them ain't poisonous, of course.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have much else to offer. Welcome to the corner, Daniel. We've got popcorn and flat screen TV with comfy couches. The voice is the voice from the Boondocks, if you say so. Well, let's think. What do we need to do, Polly? You sound tired. Are you tired, Polly?
I might be. Laying back, eyes half open.
No wonder you're being quiet. With that, kids. With that admission for Mr. Dub. I don't even know. I think Miss Moonbeam's resonance. Damn it.
You just keep on going back to Madam Moonbeam.
I didn't mean to. I meant to actually click the bookshop.
Please, be seated.
It's going back to the Star Child's residence.
So, with that admission for Mr. Dub, kids, I think we're gonna call it tonight. It's getting late. It's already almost 12:30 here. It's 1:30 there for Mr. Dub. We've been going for about almost 3.5 hours to this point, so I think it's time to call it for the night. So, with that said, thank you so much for your help quiz. Thank you to Jacob and Polydub for hanging out with me, and Polly for playing the game with me, and for Quiz's advice with the where to go next with the game, because some of the stuff is just not logical.
Spaghetti logic, yeah.
Spaghetti logic, yeah. Thank you so much to all of you guys for coming and hanging out. You could be doing anything with your time, but you choose to come over here and hang out with us, and I couldn't be more grateful. If you like what I do on this channel, share with your friends. If you liked my awesome intro music that was done by Mustafa the Savage, if you like my amazing channel art that was done by Miss FarZoosme, you can find their links in the description below. I will be back on Golden Age Radio tomorrow night, hopefully, if we stream. I don't know, we didn't stream last week because Brace was sick and Tally was absent, so we didn't stream last week, but hopefully we're going to stream this week. There's also a link to that in the description, so you'll find me over there at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, so. And if not that, then you'll find me back here Thursday night at 10 Central, 11 Eastern for more Alien Isolation, so right here on this channel. But that's Twitch only, so if you're over on YouTube, you gotta come over and hang out with us on Twitch. So.
Should play more Alien Isolation.
Probably should. So anyway, I will catch you guys next time.